It's time now for Spears on Sports with John Spears, brought to you by M&M Cartage. And now, here's Johnny.
No, Tony.
And Scooter's here. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Tony Burke on his way to Keeneland today, opening day. Heading out with Big Al the Fish and some other idiots as they try to make a little money on the road today. Good luck to Tony. It is Friday, April 3rd.
Yeah.
That Friday, you love that, don't you?
Love Friday.
You get excited about Friday.
Oh, Friday. I feel my best on Friday.
Do you work at your other job on Fridays, too?
Typically, no.
Okay. Well,
but I didn't go in there yesterday, so I have to today.
Technical difficulties yesterday. Glad they got fixed. Sorry we let you down. But we're back. We'll double it up today. How about 2 days of birthdays?
All right.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
What else do we have to talk about?
Sure.
If it's not about Tiger or Phil, we got nothing to talk about today.
We have to talk about Phil?
Phil is out of the Masters. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Well, then
I don't know how much time we need to spend on it.
I think we just did.
He wasn't going to win.
We just spent all the time on it we're going to. Matt Fitzpatrick's going to win, right? That's
Correct.
what you told me.
Correct.
Bet accordingly, ladies and gentlemen. Please bet responsibly. Do not listen to Scooter. The M&M Cartage hotline is open, 384-1450, if you'd like to join in on the conversation. 384-1450. Gameday Mens Health text line open as well, 502-414-1450. Gameday Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy. Visit GamedayMensHealth.com, defining a new era in men's health. And hit me up on the text line, 414-1450. A lot to get to today. The women's Final Four is tonight. I will give you the men's Final Four winners as part of today's Insura-Max six-pack. Yeah, we're going 6 today.
I have a feeling I'm going to be real mad at you.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not picking Purdue.
Because you can't, because they're bums.
I could, but that would be an automatic loser. But we will get to that. Let's see. Hey, look, I'm going to talk a little baseball. If you don't like it, that's too bad. Connor Griffin is making his debut today. You know that name, Scooter?
I do know that name.
He will be playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's an interesting dude. I was surprised he wasn't on the opening day roster. They host Baltimore in their home opener today at 4. You get this one, 4:12 p.m.
What?
I don't know why.
Where is it?
4:12 in Pittsburgh. But he is the number 2 prospect in Major League Baseball.
Well, there you go. 412 is the area code for Pittsburgh.
Is that why they're playing at 4:12?
Yep. I like that. That's kind of cool.
It's not cool at all.
I think it's cool.
It has no relevance whatsoever.
It's like when the Bats would play. I can't remember.
Are they going to be wearing jerseys with 412 on them instead of Pittsburgh?
I doubt it.
That would be cool.
I doubt it. But I remember when, like, the Bats would play certain places, they would start at, like, 407 because that was the area code or whatnot.
God.
That's neat. I like it.
All right. Connor Griffin is an interesting story because here's a guy without swinging a bat in the major leagues. Now, he had a great spring. And I was surprised he wasn't on the opening day roster. And he is one of the 2 reasons that I bet Pittsburgh to win the National League Central. The other, of course, being Paul Skeens. He just agreed for the 9 seasons, $140 million. Did you know that?
That's crazy.
Hasn't swung a bat in the majors. He was 12 years old when the pandemic hit, which feels like yesterday. He will be the first teenager to play, position player, not a pitcher, to play in a major league game since Juan Soto in 2018. He will be the first teenage position player in a game within his team's first 7 games of a season since Adrian Beltre in 1999.
So you're telling me this dude's the Cooper Flag of MLB?
He is 19 years, 344 days old today. He will be the first to play within his team's first 7 games since Andrew Jones, 1997. So get ready. I will be watching Connor Griffin today. I will. And I know it's Pittsburgh, and I know it's Baltimore, and they may not even sell out even though it's opening day because Skeens isn't pitching, so why sell out? But I'm ready for Connor Griffin today. Just remember when we come in here on Monday and he hits 3 homers this weekend, where you heard it first.
Did you did you see him play in spring training at all?
I did. Not much. Just a few at-bats on like a Sports Center when they were highlighting him, things like that.
Is the hype worth it?
We're going to find out.
Because I remember the last time there was hype around a baseball guy like this, in my recollection,
Josh Hamilton.
I would say Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper? Well, look what he's done.
Yeah.
So was Bryce Harper's, was it worth it
I'd say
to be excited about Bryce Harper? I would say yes. So we'll see. I thought you were going to throw a bad player at me.
No.
Josh Hamilton, Adam Dunn was supposed to be the guy. Connor Griffin making his debut today. Luka got hurt last night. And I'm going to talk about this in the second segment. The NBA has a rule to be eligible for postseason awards. You have to play in 65 games, and you have to play at least 20 minutes in each of those 65 games. That keeps teams from putting a guy in for a minute, taking him out, so that he can be eligible for awards. Luka may not make it. He's 1 game shy.
How many minutes did he play last night?
He played 25 last night.
So
last night's game counted.
Okay.
But he's 1 game shy, and now he's out with a hamstring injury. He'll have an MRI today. And there's very few games left in the regular season.
I think 5, yeah.
So I'm worried about Luka if I'm a Laker fan. If I'm a Detroit fan, which I am this year, I'm worried about Cade Cunningham. Not about awards, but about playing in the postseason. He's going to be reevaluated in a week. Do you know what his injury is, by the way?
I heard it.
Collapsed lung.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
On March 17th, which, by the way, is about 2.5 weeks ago. And he's going to be reevaluated in another week. I'm worried about them not having him for the playoffs.
I mean, this is all good news, though, for your Wemby MVP bet. If Luka doesn't play another game, you're pretty well locked in.
Wemby was on the mode last night.
On the what?
The mode. Load management mode last night. He did not play. Wemby did not play. Anthony Edwards did not play. He will not now reach 65 games. So he will not be eligible for any. NBA's got to do something about this.
I didn't know that Wemby didn't play because I bet the Clippers yesterday at plus 3.5. Next thing I know, I look, and they're 2.5-point favorites, and I hear that Wemby's out, and I'm like, hell yeah.
It didn't work out.
Wake up this morning, they lost by 20.
Yeah, they got some other good players on the team. I know Wemby's obviously the guy, but Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox.
Unfair, Stephon.
Huh?
Unfair, Stephon.
Why is that? Oh, the commercial.
The commercial.
Yeah, very funny. So Anthony Edwards is not going to he could reach 65 games, but 1 game earlier in the year he only played 3 minutes. So he will not reach the threshold to be eligible for postseason awards. And if Luka doesn't play in one of the last 5 games of the regular season, he's not going to make it. So the NBA is going to have to do something about this rule. I like it in theory because it is completely against load management and completely saying, guys, you got to play. You got to play for the fans. Fans show up to see you play. You can't be taking 20 games off in a regular season.
But shouldn't it be different if injuries involved?
That's what they're going to have to tweak. They're going to have to do something about that. So we'll get to that. Kirk Cousins is a Raider.
Yeah.
What's that mean for Fernando?
Great mentor. So what's that mean?
Does he get to watch, or does Kirk coach him from the sideline?
I think Kirk will start the season.
You think so? I agree with that. And I think the new head coach, the old defense coordinator's name escapes me. I think he said as much yesterday. Hey, you know what? It'd be great for him to sit and learn from a seasoned veteran.
Clint Kubiak.
Now, offense coordinator.
This situation reminds me a lot of Atlanta, right? When Michael Penix was eventually going to be thrown in there. I do think Fernando gets the start quicker than Michael Penix did.
Well, the Cowboys didn't do it with Troy Aikman, and he went 1-15 his first year.
Really?
But he won 3 Super Bowls. He learned a lot by playing. The Colts didn't do it with Peyton Manning. They wanted to do it, and Peyton Manning said, I'll go play somewhere else if you don't play me. And he called their bluff, and they won that one. But this has worked with other quarterbacks in the past. I think ideally if you have a good team, you plug a veteran quarterback in there and let the young guy learn. But the Raiders didn't necessarily have a good team.
Sure.
That's the problem. And Kirk Cousins, by the way, if we don't have a good offensive line, let's let Kirk Cousins get beat up. We don't want our billion-dollar rookie getting knocked around. By the way, I know I haven't been here for 2 days, and this is probably old news, but did you see the pro day that Fernando Mendoza had on Wednesday?
It was awesome.
And they love him because he did everything right. He introduced his receivers and his tight ends. He's trying to get those guys drafted.
Well, that's why
he's trying to get those guys contracts.
That's why he threw at Indiana's pro day, because he knows the comfortability's there with all those guys, and it's going to make them look better at the same time as making him look better.
But it makes him look like a great, not a good teammate, a great teammate.
No, he is.
Well, maybe he is, but it doesn't necessarily mean that these GMs and owners know that. They haven't been around the program. Maybe he is a great teammate. All evidence points to the fact that he probably is the greatest teammate. But they got to see it in person this time. And he, for the most part, was hitting them all. I think he overthrew Surratt one time. But other than that, nearly perfect in his pro day. So I don't think the Raiders have any question marks now. We've heard a bunch of stuff about, well, you know, Ty Simpkins is pretty good. Am I saying that name right? Simpson. Ty Simpson is pretty darn good. He might be the best. You know, you got Orlovsky going, might have the best arm. All right, here we go. This happens every year. Somebody's the number one pick, and we have analysts trying to bring him down a peg by either saying what's wrong with him or saying what's right about somebody else. And right now, the party line before that pro day was, boy, Ty Simpson looks really good. He looks like a ready-made NFL quarterback. Well, Mendoza put some people back in their seats, I think, on Wednesday.
Didn't Simpson come out and say something along the lines of, I'm better than Shadur? Yeah, no kidding, Ty.
I'm better than Shadur. Hey, come on. So there you go. I had all the here's the problem. And hello to everybody watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on the radio, at home, at work, in your car, or on the podcast. Here's the problem with having a day off. I got a notebook here, and I got like 6 pages now. I got to find what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Bill Self will return to Kansas. That was yesterday's news, but I wasn't on yesterday. I can't say I'm surprised, but I also can't say I wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't return to Kansas with his health issues. He will be back.
Does that lock up Tyron Stokes?
I don't think anything locks up anybody. You know what locks up Tyron Stokes? The biggest offer. Right?
Yep.
I mean, look at DeBanza. He went to BYU. Listen, no disrespect to BYU, but it's BYU. And A.J. DeBanza could have gone anywhere he wanted to go. Are hell-bent on, you've grown up saying, I want to win a national championship. Unless that's the case, you take the money. If you want to win a national championship, now you have to figure out which program has the best players and which team you have a chance to win a national championship with. And I don't think BYU was that team, even with Richie Saunders in the lineup. I don't think they were that team. That was about money. Right? Now, Cam Boozer might have been about, you know what, if I go to Duke, my brother gets to play with me, and we can my dad played there, a national championship meet. His dad won a title as a sophomore. So maybe that's something in his mind that came about. And by the way, there was nothing better than watching his dad at the end of that UConn game. Oh,
I'm over it.
That was so great. Because the game before, when his dad was waving bye-bye to St. John's from the stands, and they caught him on camera, and it became like a social media thing, he looked like a jerk. He looked like a jerk.
Oh, we're going to have to see it again next year when Caden comes back.
Well, they won't have Cam, and that could be a problem. That could be a problem. All right, let's take a break. Tiger and Phil. Tiger's leaving the country for treatment, and he might have talked to the president. He might not have. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. Final Four coming up in Indianapolis tomorrow. Women's Final Four tonight. We'll break those down as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage, here on the Big X. Welcome back. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. John and Scooter here today. Well, I almost said it just because of habit. John, Tony, and Scooter here today.
He's here in spirit, I'm sure.
I don't think so. No. He might be having some spirits on his way to the prettiest racetrack in Kentucky, Keeneland. All right, Connor Griffin. Do you know guess what he hit in his first 5 games at AAA? He did play 5 games at AAA.
640.
438.
Okay.
With a 1196 OPS, which means they were extra base hits. So he will make his debut. I don't know why I'm so excited about this. I really don't.
Did you see
other
Sal
than the fact
Stewart's
that,
numbers from the first week?
Well, they're crazy.
He was NL Player of the Week. Hit
Should have been
700.
So I guess he was
700.
He was either 7 for 10 or 14 for 20.
7 for 10.
I'm guessing 7 for 10. If he goes 14 for 20, guess what? He's going to win Player of the Week and again. Who the Reds got tonight?
We got the
Reds have the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Tony's Rangers in Texas. Brady Singer for the Reds. Mackenzie Gore for the Rangers.
I said on my show this morning, that's the real reason that Tony's not in. He just didn't want the red smoke.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's scared.
That's a 405 start. Check and see if Texas's area code is 405. He is listening. He just texted me. So.
No, they're the – oh, wait. That's Virginia.
It doesn't matter. I didn't really want you to check.
Oh, I'm checking. It is not.
412. Now, I will never, ever forget the area code of Pittsburgh now. Ever.
It's like the Bats starting the game at 5:02.
The 412. Crazy. All right, 384-1450 if you'd like to join in on the conversation. That's the M&M Cartage hotline. Gameday Men's Health text line open as well, 414-1450. 2-2 was the Max Pack on Wednesday.
Last night went 4-0, right?
I would have.
You just couldn't
get
get the
I would
picks
have.
out,
I just didn't get the picks out. Of course. I didn't hit any parlays, so I can tell you this. It did not go 4-0. I watched a movie yesterday since we got nothing to talk about. Weapons. You seen Weapons, Scooter?
I've not seen Weapons.
You got to check out Tony's text. Weapons with Josh Brolin and Julia Garner and Amy Madigan won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. It was bizarre, but I really enjoyed it. My daughter kept telling me to watch it, and she was right. It's about a 18-member student class in the 3rd grade, and 17 of them go missing.
Whoa.
And they all go missing at 2:17 a.m. They get out of their house. They walk out of their house, and they head into the darkness, and we never see them again, and we're trying to figure out why. And Julia Garner's the teacher. Josh Brolin is one of the parents of one of these kids. The principal's involved. It's a whole thing, man. And it is wild, wild stuff. But I can see why Amy Madigan won an Academy Award. She was great. Remember her? She was the wife in Field of Dreams years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, if you have an extra 2 hours and 18 minutes,
it's
or 2 hours and 8 minutes, all of these movies now, Scooter. Sinners I watched was over 2. They're almost, I think one battle after another was almost 3 hours long. They're all crazy long now.
Well, I
don't know why.
So I watched Bohemian Rhapsody for like the 10th time yesterday, and it was probably
Mamma
2
Mia,
hours.
Mamma Mia.
It's a great movie. It's so good.
It's a really, it's in my opinion now, it's a really good movie that has a great final 30 minutes. Because the Live Aid concert thing and what Rami Malek did portraying Freddie Mercury was unbelievable.
I'm just a huge Queen guy. I had their greatest hits growing up. I love Queen.
All right, you want to get back to sports?
Let's do it.
All right, Phil and Tiger both out of the Masters for the first time since
1996.
Is that a guess?
That's a guess.
I think it's longer than that.
94?
That they're both out of the Masters. I don't know the answer.
Then why would you ask it?
Because I thought you could do research while I was talking about Phil being out. Phil is out for a family health matter. Now, I certainly hope his wife, who beat breast cancer, is not sick again. We don't know what this is. They're keeping it close to the vest.
94.
The Masters sent out, well, then you were very close. The Masters sent out a nice little wish him well kind of thing. We understand. And then you got Tiger. it seems like every day something else comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day. Yesterday it was he couldn't believe he was getting arrested for DUI. You're on your car is sideways on the road, way further down than it should have slid if you were going the actual speed limit or near it. Tony, thanks, Tony. Boy, he's part of the show. 1994, he tells it. So
3 minutes later,
you have 2 opiates in your pocket, opioids in your pocket, and you're surprised you got arrested for DUI when you would not take a test, would not take a urine test. I don't know why you're surprised.
and
then,
looked the way you did.
yeah, and then yesterday, he told the officer that he was just talking to the president after the wreck. I was just talking to the president. The president of what? The United States, I'm assuming.
Golf Association.
Now he is dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, so maybe he got on his phone, laying there on the ground, and called Don Sr. and said, "Hey, can you get me out of this without any publicity? Is there any way you can talk to this police officer?" Or was he so hopped up on these pain pills that this was a hallucination?
He thought he was talking.
He thought he was talking to the president. He was talking to Joe down at Joe's Tires. Who knows? But this thing gets more and more bizarre every day. Yesterday, he announced and he got cleared by a judge to go have treatment out of the country. And I understand the reasoning is he doesn't want paparazzi. He doesn't want his privacy, impeded.
Mm-hmm.
He actually wants to go get this done without a big crowd around him, asking him questions, asking his family questions all the time. I get that if that's true. I feel like he wants to get out of his country, get away from everything, act like maybe he went through some sort of rehab, get the really good pills that you can only get in Sweden or Norway or Iraq. I don't know where he's going. And get the really good painkillers. Who knows at this point what's going on in that dude's grill?
It's true.
I have no idea. I do wish he could play. It was fun to watch him play in that TGL final, even though he missed a putt and didn't actually hit it very well. I was hoping to get to see him play in the U.S. Senior Open, which he had signed up to play in. And even there was thought that he was going to play in the Masters, even though that's one of the most difficult walks in all of golf. So I feel for the guy because he is obviously addicted to these painkillers. He's gotten away with – he's lucky to be alive.
Yeah, really.
He's lucky to have 2 legs still.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel for him, but I also think sometimes you make your bed, you got to lie in it. And this most recent wreck, going way over the speed limit on painkillers, which is an addiction, I understand that. And if he's going to get treatment and help overseas and it works, great. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But he's made mistakes, let's be honest.
I saw a social media post yesterday. It said, what if I told you that Tiger Woods had 2 DUIs and John Daly has 0? I'd have lost that bet.
I did see the somebody made up a great, he's got a NASCAR team. He owns a NASCAR team.
Tiger?
Doesn't he? Oh, that's Michael.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
I get my goats confused. But they had him standing next to a race car with a Percocet suit on. And it looked real. That's one of the things that's good and bad about all this AI today.
Mm-hmm.
It looked real. So there you go. No Phil, no Tiger at the Masters. I don't think the Masters worries about that kind of thing. Now, CBS might worry about that kind of thing, worried about their ratings. But you're still going to have, Oberg and Scotty Scheffler and Matt Fitzpatrick. You're still going to have a great field for the Masters. DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka will be there probably fighting. Who knows? But there you go.
Oh, they're friends now.
I know. They're buddies now. For now. All right, back to college basketball. Women's Final Four tonight. You going to watch?
Heck yeah, I'm going to watch.
South Carolina, UConn at 7.
That game's going to be a snoozer. I'm here to tell you right now.
Do you really think so?
I do.
I don't know what the spread is. I do know
6.5.
Connecticut's favored here, and it's the first time all year South Carolina has been an underdog. They've been even in a game. I think a Texas game, they were even. But first time they've been an underdog. And Texas, UCLA, the second game, that should be a good one as well.
That one will be awesome.
So those are on ESPN. Men's Final Four, 6:09 tomorrow night. Is that the area code of Indianapolis? Is that
It
why
is
it's
not.
no?
Although it'd be cool if they did, because it'd be 3:17. It's a lot better than
Well, I would
6:09.
love an early game on Saturday, but we're
Exactly.
not getting it. Illinois and UConn, 28-8. Illini, much tougher schedule. UConn 33-5. Illinois 1.5-point favorite here, Scooter.
I don't get it.
What's your thought process?
I don't get it. I mean, I like both of the underdogs in both of these games.
Yeah.
Illinois is really, really good. Obviously, we're in the Final Four, and they're the biggest team in the country. They will provide some size issues for UConn, but UConn's got some big guys too.
Do they?
What's Terrace Reed? He's
Terrace
what,
Reed
6'9"?
But that's undersized
It
if you're
is.
going up against Illinois here.
But a lot of Illinois' big guys don't attack the paint. They're just roaming around the perimeter shooting.
Yeah, the Ivicic brothers love the three-pointer.
Same thing with Merkovich. He shoots a lot of threes.
Well, he's good, though.
He is good.
He is fun to watch.
I mean, really, the only guy that attacks the basket consistently is Wagler.
Wagler, yeah. Illinois, by the way, this game's on TBS. Second game, it says 8:49, but we'll see. Michigan and Arizona, this is only the third time in history two teams with 35 wins apiece are playing each other. Michigan 35-3, Arizona 36-2. Michigan 1.5 here.
This game.
Were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I thought Arizona would definitely be the favorite in this game, but I mean, this is the matchup I wanted to see all year long. I'd prefer it was in the championship, but the fact that we're at least getting it in the Final Four, it's going to be so
Minnesota
fun.
scored 95 each game.
Against Michigan?
No, I'm sorry. Michigan has scored. Did I say Minnesota?
You did.
Good God,
I was like, no way they scored 95 against Michigan.
Oregon. Tony's not the only one drinking this morning, apparently. Michigan has scored 95 in all 4 tournament games.
That's incredible.
Which is nuts. And I think that's why they're a 1.5-point favorite here. So if the favorites hold up, we'll have an all Big Ten championship game and the first Big Ten titleist since 2000.
That'd be incredible.
Which is hard to believe.
It is.
Also hard to believe. By the way, Tommy Lloyd, boy, he's having to answer questions about North Carolina. That's always dangerous going into this. It's always, I don't care if he says, I'm not focused on any of that. This is not a distraction. It is a distraction.
That is my one worry.
Whether you want it to be or not, your players are hearing this stuff. Now, is it different nowadays because they can transfer anytime they want to anyway? So what do they care who the coach is? Maybe it's a little bit different.
I mean, they're going to lose half those guys anyways due to the draft.
But it is still a distraction the day before the NCAA semifinal.
Sure.
It is, whether you want it to be or not. And it feels more and more like, from his answers, Tommy Lloyd is heading to North Carolina. Does it not?
I don't think so. I don't get
He
that.
did not
vibe.
come out and say, nope, this is not a story. I'm not going there. I'm going to be right here. That's it. He didn't say that.
Is it dependent on what Arizona does?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you win it, okay, I've done all I can do here, so I go. And if you don't win it, well, I got a better shot of winning it at North Carolina, so I should go there. To me, that's the question he has to ask himself. Do I have a better chance of winning the title at North Carolina if they don't win this one? And I guess historically, the answer would be yes. But it's a new day and age, man. These blue bloods don't mean anything to these kids.
I mean, Arizona's always been a player.
They have.
Since the 90s.
But these blue bloods don't mean anything anymore. Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina.
Duke's the only one.
Duke still doesn't. When's the last time?
I think Duke does.
I disagree. If they come up with the money, yeah. But you know what? Everybody comes up with the money now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost every major college program comes up with enough money. So I just don't think it matters anymore. So I will give you 2 of those winners in the 6-pack coming up.
You picking the women's games too?
No, we'll do some NBA. I can't pick women's games. I mean, you're going to tell me to take UConn and give the 6.5.
UConn minus 6.5 is a freebie.
Is that a steal?
That's a steal. They're winning this game by double digits. I guarantee you.
I just can't do it. I want to do it. I just maybe when I go to the brick and mortar when I leave here, maybe I'll throw a little bit on them just for fun. But I just come on, 93-42. Is that what we're saying?
No,
not quite that bad.
Not quite that bad.
Because all these teams in the women's Final Four are 1 seeds,
and they've all had sleeper games coming into this.
They've all had snoozers.
Exactly.
I mean, Texas killed Michigan after
Who killed Kentucky?
Who killed Kentucky and
killed
Louisville
yeah.
after Texas killed Kentucky. Did UCLA have a walkover?
Yeah, no, there was not a single Elite Eight game that was
Worth watching, right?
Yeah.
All right. Quickly, NBA. The Wizards made a big mistake on April Fool's Day. Did you see this?
Was this the half-court shot?
They blindfolded a dude.
I love this.
This is so mean.
I love this.
Okay, there's funny, there's mean, there's funny and mean together. I think this one falls into funny and mean because this poor sap puts on a blindfold, takes a half-court shot. It's not close. I think it went over the backboard. But he's got a blindfold on, and the fans have been told on the screen, no matter what happens, yell and scream like he made it. And they do, and everybody on the court's jumping up and down, and he takes the mask off. This poor sap thinks he won $10,000.
They even had a check for him.
They had a fake check, one of those big checks like in semi-pro.
I think of Happy Gilmore, but okay.
Same thing. Same deal. Nobody will cash this check for me, Jackie. Anyway, now, I would be mad if I was this guy. That's all. Is it funny? Yes. He laughed like he was like, all right, you got me. But the more I think about it, I hope they gave him some nice parting gifts.
I'm sure.
I think they did.
Yeah.
But this poor dude, $10,000, man. I wish he'd got on there and said something like, my wife's battling cancer. I really think this will help out a lot.
Okay, then it would have been mean.
It's mean anyway. It's still funny to a degree, but it's mean.
I just thought the creativity of it. That's a great idea. I liked it.
I'd have been pissed if they just said, well, you didn't. And then, you know how they showed him? Let's watch it on the big screen again. And he's watching it, and he's like, oh. That's what happened? Why am I getting 10,000? Oh, I'm not getting 10,000. Oh, God.
I'm sure he got a signed jersey or something.
That ain't $10,000,
Ball
man.
cap.
That ain't $10,000. You better give me season tickets or something. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. SGA, big night and a win over the Lakers and Luka. We'll talk about that. Got birthdays and the six-pack coming up as well, sponsored by Insuramax. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John and Scooter, final segment on this Friday.
Woo-hoo!
Scooter got a golf trip coming up next week. So
Yeah.
You're only here 3 days next week, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like spring break for you, too.
Feels like it.
Pulled in this parking lot today. It's a ghost town.
It's eerie.
If you
Park
don't
wherever
know,
you want.
If you don't know, we're located right behind a school, and there's nobody here. Man, you could kill me. You could come in the studio, kill me today, and nobody would know for a week. Right?
At least till Monday.
Well, you had to kill Scooter, too.
Actually, Rashawn will be in tomorrow, so he would see you.
I think I'd be dead by then. I think I'd bleed out. All right. The M&M Cars Hotline's closed.
Shut it down.
Gameday Men's Health text line still open, 414-1450. Any text to the show today, Scooter?
Yeah, there's a couple
All
in
right.
here. Patrick Murphy says Connor Griffin came through the Indianapolis Indians. The second time I haven't seen a generational player. Paul Skeens was the first. I think he means second time he has.
Yes.
Also, my Golden Knights are creeping up on your Oilers. Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, wait a minute. The Oilers won last night. Yes, Vegas won, but the Oilers won too, Patrick.
Well,
Come on,
he says Anaheim Ducks and your Oilers are tied in the Pacific Division at 87 points, while my Knights are third with 84. The final game in the series is Saturday. There's 6 games left of the regular season. Both are going to make the playoffs.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's your NHL minute.
Love it.
Anything else?
Just thought the listeners needed their daily reminder that Tony is retired, has 2 TVs, and was a coach.
He's got 3 TVs.
If you know, you know.
He doesn't have 2. He's got 3. And he's heading to Keeneland today to make some money.
And then another texter says, please tell me you understand why Captain Kirk in Vegas is a good fit so he can get his neck chains. It must have been a little too early for Scoots this morning to comprehend. Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get that at all.
Vegas gold chains and Captain Kirk. Some things just make sense.
Okay.
I don't get it. Glad that I'm not the only one.
I promised that we would read any text on the show that is vulgar, and we've done that.
We have.
I don't have to understand them, but we'll read them. All right, let's do birthdays. Got a lot. I want to go back to yesterday for birthdays just for a second here. Tony's mom, the late, great Joan Burke, passed away. That was her birthday yesterday. April 2nd.
Sounds like a host on The View.
Joan Burke?
Yeah.
Her son, Bill, called her Eddie Murray. We have no idea why. Eddie Murray was her nickname, the former Baltimore first baseman. So happy birthday, Joan Burke, up in heaven. Happy heavenly birthday. A couple of passed along from yesterday. No big deal here. Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad, 38 yesterday. What else is interesting here? Buddy Ebsen from the Beverly Hillbillies, born on this date in 1908. Renee Estevez, Emilio's sister, Martin's daughter, is 59 today. She's been in a few roles, not many, but she's 59, and I wanted to give Scooter a meter chance here.
We'll go 4.
Former Cardinal footballer Sheldon Rankins was 32, and I mentioned to Scooter yesterday, I texted him, bet Austin Riley home run because he turned 29 yesterday. The Braves scored 17, and Austin Riley did not hit a home run.
I'd have been so mad if he did.
All right, today's birthdays. Colby Smulders is 44 today. How I Met Your Mother, and she's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. Colby Smulders. I think she smolders, by the way.
Yeah, I like her. We'll go.
She's married to Taron Killam, who was on a couple days ago on the birthday.
4.5.
Yeah, I don't think you can give her a 5.
No.
But I think 4.5 is fair. Adam Scott from Parks and Recreation, Severance.
Not the golfer?
Not the golfer, 53 today. Marlon Brando, the Godfather, would have been 102 today. Marlon Brando. He was also in Apocalypse Now, but he was Don Corleone. Come on. That's all you need to know. Eddie Murphy, 65 today.
Love Eddie.
What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie? Beverly Hills Cop or The Donkey?
Yeah, Shrek for sure.
Shrek?
Yeah. I don't know, Norbit. Did you ever see Norbit?
I've never seen Norbit.
Norbit was good. Probably my real answer, though, Coming to America.
The movies you haven't seen as compared to the movies you have seen is got to be embarrassing for you. Norbit.
How you doing?
Amanda Bynes is 40 today.
Oh, God.
You Amanda Bynes fan?
I used to be before she went all crazy. You seen her lately?
No.
Oh, my God.
What was she in? She was in Disney shows, right?
Disney. She had a movie, She's the Man, which is really good.
Yeah. She's the man.
Back in the day, Amanda Bynes was easily a 4.5. Today, she is not even a half.
Oh, you're so mean.
Look her up. When you get some time, look her up. She's scary.
Well, she's 40 today. The big 4-0. She look like she's 80.
She just got entirely too much work done. She has a face tat.
Alec Baldwin is 68 today from 30 Rock, among other things. Alec Baldwin.
Murderer.
Big time Saturday Night Live host. Alleged murderer. Come on, man. It was an accident. We all know that. Jenny Garth, 90210, 54 today. Are you a 90210 guy?
Not a 90210 guy.
But are you a Jenny Garth guy?
I'm a Jenny Garth guy for sure. We'll go 4.5 again. Yeah.
That's 3 4.5s today.
She's a looker.
That's huge. All right, Doris Day would have been 104 today.
When your name's Doris,
Doris Day, man.
Doesn't seem promising.
She was goody two-shoe princess actress back in the day.
I'll go 3.
Yeah. Marsha Mason from The Goodbye Girl, 84 today. 84, so go way back. She's been in a bunch of movies. Was married to Neil Simon, the playwright, by the way.
2.5.
That's not bad. Cam Chancellor, former defensive back for the Seattle Legion of Doom, is 38 today. Jared Allen, Minnesota Viking linebacker, 44 today.
Best mullet in NFL history.
Former linebacker. George Karlaftis, Purdue Boilermaker and Kansas City Chief, 25 today. Jacob Mizorowski, pitcher for the Brewers, is 24 today.
Man, he started the season hot.
He has. Here's a home run for you today. Andrew Vaughn is 28. Milwaukee, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Andrew Vaughn is with the Brewers.
Yeah, he's 28 today. There's your home run for the day.
Hasn't hit one yet.
Former Red, but he's a home run hitter. Former Red Jay Bruce, 39 today. Were you a Jay Bruce fan back in the
Yeah, but I didn't call him. No, I wasn't. And I didn't call him Jay either.
What'd you call him?
I don't want to say.
Jared Vanderbilt, former Kentucky Wildcat, current L.A. Laker. Jared Vanderbilt, 27 today. Georgia Amore, if you want to play the game here, former Kentucky women's player. I'm assuming she's in the WNBA, although I don't follow.
I think she was injured. Yeah, she's with the Mystics. We'll give Georgia a 2.
She's 25 today. And here's one just for Scooter. Former Olympic skier, 55 years old today, Peekaboo Street. She gets an extra half point because her name is Peekaboo. P-I-C.
It's actually legit. That's hilarious.
You thought I was making that up?
I did.
It's not April 1st.
I mean, 2 again.
Oh, come on, man. Back in the day?
No.
You're kidding me.
No.
All right, those are your birthdays for today. Let's do the Max Pack.
Let's do it.
The Max Pack is a true six-pack today, brought to you by Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Call Chad at InsureMax today, 479-4085 for all your insurance needs. We'll start with the Final Four, the men's Final Four. Illinois and UConn. Illinois 1.5 here. I'm going to agree with Scooter. I don't know if Dan Hurley made a deal with the devil, but they're 17-1 in their last 18 tournament games, 17-1 against the spread as well. They usually win by double digits. They didn't the other night. Again, deal with the devil. 35-foot shot with half a second to play. Come on.
Means luck's on their side.
I know at some point it has to go the other way, but I don't think that point's Saturday. I think Connecticut beats Illinois with outside shooting. As Scooter pointed out, you got to contend with that inside game that the Illini have, but I think they do. And give me Danny Hurley over Brad Underwood. I'll take the 1.5, though, just to be safe. Michigan and Arizona, this is where Scooter and I disagree. Michigan is, again, 95 points in every game of the tournament so far. Arizona is great. This is a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Most people think this is the national championship game. It's hard to disagree with that, although it's been proven in the past that that is not necessarily the case. If you want to look back to Houston and Louisville in 1983, everybody thought that was for the title, and then NC State comes along. I'm going to take Michigan because they just feel like more of a pro team than Arizona does. That's all. They both feel like pro teams.
Yeah.
But Michigan feels a little bit more like a pro team. Cadeau's illness or allergic reaction, whatever it is, he's fine, ready to go. I'm taking Michigan. I think the Big Ten gets a title this year, and it's the Wolverines as a 1.5-point favorite. Those are the two college bets. I'm going to go a little weird here in the NBA because I'm taking really good teams against really bad teams and giving a lot of points. These bad teams have thrown in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
They've thrown in the towel. And some of these good teams are still playing for something, like the Knicks, like the Hawks. They're still playing for playoff positioning. I'm going to take Atlanta at Brooklyn. Again, good team, stinky team. Atlanta's got to give 16.5. I'm fine with that. Chicago at the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. That one's 15.5. I'm giving a lot of points if you hadn't noticed here, Scooter. The Knicks, Brunson sat the other night. He'll play tonight. So give me New York over Chicago big. Utah at Houston. Houston is 16.5. Utah might score 120, but they might give up 160. So I'm going to take Houston minus the 16.5. And finally, Toronto at Memphis. Memphis stinks. Toronto's really good. Playoff team, 13.5. Give me Toronto, and that is your six-pack.
I don't like the last one.
Connecticut, Michigan, Rockets, Knicks, Hawks, Raptors. There's your six-pack, Scooter. And listen, play responsibly.
You know who has the worst record in the NBA?
It was Indiana till they won the other night. I don't know the answer to that.
Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
17-59.
But they're not playing tonight. I would have taken against them.
Brooklyn and Indiana has 18 wins.
Brooklyn's so bad. Indiana's playing tonight, but I can't give them 15.5. That's just in my head. All right, before I go here, 2026 Big X Sports Radio golf card is out. Best deal in the game. You can play Park Mammoth, Old Capitol, Elk Run, Valley View, Wooded View, Christmas Lake in Santa Claus, Indiana. Card valued at over $350. You can get yours for $149 today. Supplies are limited. Get yours at BigXSportsRadio.com or call 812-725-1457. That's the Big X Sports Radio golf card. Kirk Cousins signed with the Raiders yesterday or the day before. I didn't have a show yesterday, so I don't know exactly when it was. But I think this is a good move. He can just kind of help Fernando along the way. And he probably has a great singing voice, so Kirk can actually sing Fernando.
I can see that.
Thunder beat the Lakers last night. They didn't just beat them. They pummeled them 139-96. Luka got hurt. Before he got hurt, his hamstring, he was 3 for 10, 1 for 7 from 3 in 25 minutes. He will have an MRI on his hamstring today. But Oklahoma City and SGA had 28, proving a point here after Luka said he thought he should get some MVP votes. SGA said, not so fast. I don't believe that's true. Scooter, I know Tony, when it was a 32-point game, he wanted you to bet the Lakers' money line last night.
Thanks for trying to make me lose money, Tony. Appreciate you.
Donovan Mitchell had 25 points. Cleveland beat Golden State 118-111. Detroit beat Minnesota 113-108. You don't care, though. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
The weekend.
Happy Easter.
Matt Dennison is next. We'll talk to you Monday. Thanks for listening. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.